Hello everyone, welcome back to Prince and Nikki's channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today's video is the much anticipated video on the cost breakdown, and we're going to also talk about inflation and the change in prices in the past year.
Yeah, just to clarify, the inflation part is only about our experience looking at what we used to buy a year ago when we started and how much things are actually now when we did the first floor back in April.
So today's video is talking about the cost of the first floor blockworks, feature columns and lintels. We have made some changes along the way. As we always say in our videos, you've got to keep reviewing and look at what the best price you can get for things, and anything that's able to be changed that's in the safety margins, then we can do that.
Yeah, it's all about value for money. I think we have a target budget we want to build this within. So it's all looking about money saving ideas. What can we do more efficiently in order to be on budget effectively? That's all the building process is about. In my experience, you always have to make changes as you go along because if you don't, it could end up costing you a lot of money.
Yeah, and you want to do them. You want to keep the momentum going, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So if you want to save and wait a bit, your building will sit there empty for a long while.
Yeah. I guess it's the budget. So you need to have a budget. Keep to that budget. You don't want to overstress yourself unnecessarily. So for us, the approach has always been we got a target price. We want to build a whole house, everything, landscaping, everything within. And so far, we are on budget, and that's the best way to keep an eye on the cost.
So when they say time flies, time really does fly. When we set on this journey, we just didn't realise how fast not only costs go up, but how fast the projects moved along the way. On reflection, thinking about where now we're at the lintel level. We've actually started the forecast as well, haven't we, Prince? But yeah, we've been on a journey. It's been nice and enjoyable. We've redesigned rooms as we've gone along. We've adapted and changed, and yeah, just making improvements along the way. So it's been fun to do. Just want to give a thank you to everyone for watching the videos that we've recently uploaded and for commenting. Do give us a like and subscribe on this video. Let us know you've enjoyed the video, and if you've got any questions, do hit us up in the comments below and we'll try to answer all queries that you may have. Before we get into the costs of the first floor blockwork and lintel, I just wanted to reflect on really the journey that we've had in the past year since we broke ground, and the massive difference in material costs and the impact that has on people now who are building and people who are planning. And it's really important for you to be able to compare and understand the impact that might have, and the reason why we are always saying, as many people, that it's better to start now and start something small and do it in stages. So just taking a look at when we started just a little over a year ago to where we are now, we wanted to give a few examples of the cost of materials then and now, just so if you're now starting to build, you get an understanding of what it may look like in the next year and how you can plan and prepare for that.
Yeah, in actual fact, this cost we're looking at, the inflation we're gonna talk about, is looking at year on year effectively, because we were at lintel level back in April. So it's effectively it's year on year looking at that.
So the first main material is cement. We paid in April 22 52 cedis, and it's currently around 98. So that's 88.5% inflation.
Yeah, I know. So people are saying you can get it now around 93 cedis. That is talking about GASM 42.5R. That's what we be buying. Even if at 93 cedis a bag, it's still about 78%
Yeah,
higher than where we started. So that tells you how quickly cost is running away
yeah,
from the earning ability.
yeah. So now the next one is stones. So stones is 1,900 last year, and it's now 2,700.
Yeah, we bought stones 2,700. Again, that is up about 42% when we started.
Yeah, and if you're looking at sand, this in April 22 that was 1,300, and the most recent one that we've bought was 2,150. Again, that's a big. That's one of the larger percents, isn't
No,
it?
it is. No, that's not the largest. The wood is the largest coming.
Yeah, but it's
that's
one of the larger.
Yeah, 65%. It works out to be, which is just unsustainable.
Yeah. In terms of Wawa board, right? Wawa board, we was paying 50 cedis in April 22, and it's currently 120. Some places are even more than that. So yeah, it's
That's
a
over
large
100.
percent.
That's over 140%. Effectively,
Yeah.
you're looking at. It's just more than twice the price you used to pay for Wawa board. That's when we lost all those boards. That's why I wasn't
Yeah.
happy.
So when someone recently took our Wawa boards when we did the first floor, was it the first floor decking?
Yeah. I've heard the
So when the woods went, that's why Prince was screaming, because he was equating it to percentage.
Yeah, no, it's just that because we buy these boards so that they stay longer,
so
because
you can use them.
they are stronger than the sideby board you buy, which you just use one or twice and it goes. So I
Yeah.
wasn't happy.
It's unavoidable. I mean, sometimes you want to cry about materials, but even some of the videos recently we saw, people's materials are getting stolen, and
Yeah.
it's terrible, isn't it? Recently, I saw Yummy Mummy's video where they actually went into her container and was taking materials, not just through the door, they was taking it from underneath the container.
It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
I was like so annoyed for her. It's just so sad. So the next one is blocks. So these blocks, 6-inch blocks, was 5 cedis 40 pesos, and they're currently around 8 cedis. So that is 48% increase year on year. Now, the last comparison we'll give to you is the iron rods. This was
based on the 16 we were buying 16 for some. It doesn't change the whole, because the whole thing is selling tonnage, so the percentage effectively is the same. So we were buying the most used, which is the 16 you will use for your columns. When we started, we bought 16 for 113.50 pesos, Ghana cedis. When we were doing our first floor work, we paid 188.50 pesos for one of them. I know currently the prices has come down now. People are quoting around 120, 125, thereabout. But still, if you just look at all the stuff we just talked about, averagely, on year, these 6 materials we just talked about is averagely about 70% price increase.
Yeah, and even if you look at even 2 years videos when we started the planning stages, it's still year on year a large amount gone up each year. So you can use this as a rough guide to understand how much inflation is going to be and what it overall could cost you. So if you have a budget for a particular house of a certain amount, then you know that's going to be roughly on top of that a certain percent as well.
Yeah, I think it's for those of us who earns in a foreign currency, who if you are in abroad, you earning in a pound, you earning in a dollar, you earning in a euro. Because of the depreciation of the cedi, the effect is less as someone earning it in a cedi. So if you look at it averagely, is the cedi lost a lot of ground. To the pound, it lost about over 60%. To the pound, it lost about half of its value to the dollar. So if you look at all this, by my not any scientific taking a basket of goods and all those scientific analysis, how you call it, the statistician, how do you call it?
Statisticians. The statisticians do.
or do.
We're just working out an average between those, aren't we?
I think you're looking at a minimum effect of somebody who earning in the foreign currency about 20%, at least about 25% averagely increase for you waiting, not taking decision this year. So if you got a project which you said is going to cost you $100,000 to do, if you wait a year before you start, that project is going to cost you at least $125,000.
And just think that 25% is a quarter of your roof. That's a quarter of your roof coming up, Prince.
Yeah, it is. It's
Get your skates on.
Yeah, because I know prices are going up everywhere, but it's not to that extent in the UK.
Yeah.
If you look at the construction inflation and stuff, they are not that high. They are around 5% year on year. So if you're looking at Ghana, when you're talking about 75% averagely for seaside items, it's huge.
Thank you all for sticking with us. Do give us a thumbs up on the video and kindly subscribe if you're not already doing so. Let us know you're enjoying the content and ask us any questions if you do have any. What you're seeing on the screen now is where we currently are. We're just currently doing the 4-course block work before we make a start.
Yay, nearly there.
Make a start. See, that's your 25% that you've just saved in the past year. We're going to then start thinking about making a start on this, the roof. So that's where we are now at the moment. In terms of the material breakdown, so what we've currently done is we've got something on the screen now that tells you the quantities. So in terms of 6-inch blocks, we use 2,200 blocks.
Yeah, those are hollow blocks.
Yeah, they're hollow blocks on the first floor. Now, in terms of cement, we used 54 bags of cement for the block work. And in terms of the columns, we used 20 bags and 24 bags for the lintels.
And that makes it all. We use 98 bags of cement to the lintel level. That exclude that the new work we just started, the finishing 4-course is not included.
It's just up to the lintel.
Up to the lintel level, we use 98 bags of cement.
Now, we already had sand, so we didn't need to buy that, but we did buy 1 trip of stones as well. Now, in terms of wood, we have, as you know in previous videos, we did have a lot of wood already that we've purchased as we've gone along. So we only had to buy an additional 10 boards at this point.
So when it comes to iron rod, we have to do a bit of value engineering here. We got Nelson involved and said, can we use 14 mm, which is, since this is the last floor, we're not gonna go another floor above this. Can we use 14 mm instead of 16 mm for the continuation, the final bit of the columns to the lintel level? He said yes. So we bought 14 mm. We used 48 pieces, 10 mm, 56 pieces, 12 mm. We used 12 mm for our lintel work, 54 pieces, and 5 binding wire. Those are our iron rods we use at this level.
On your screen now, there's a detailed table which you can pause and have a look through. This gives you a breakdown of all the different smaller materials that we used, and also a breakdown of the different prices of the cement which we purchased at different stages. We hope that you find the breakdown of the materials and the costs helpful, and that it will give you some idea of what you might be spending in terms of your own project. Now, in terms of the total cost for the first floor block work, column and lintels, the cost that we spent in total in pounds is 4,162, and then in Ghana cedis it's just under 60,000. The exact figures are on the screen now, so you can have a look at them.
Yeah, do you remember when someone said, why don't you have the cost in a city? So, yeah, we have you covered.
We got you covered. We've got cities as well. At least it's in the new money. Before, it used to have so many zeros. Can you imagine trying to say that? Now, in terms of dollars, it's $4,857. So that's the total cost of the first floor complete. As I say, that is only up to the lintel level.
So in terms of cost per square meter, this works, all the work we did up to the lintel levels works out to be just under £21 a square meter. Then in a US dollars, it's about $24 a square meter. We got raised there. We also break them down to square foot for you if you are somebody who likes your cost in square foot. We hope you found this useful.
Yeah, what I would like to say is obviously if you're wanting costs for the foundation level or your ground floor, there are previous videos that break it down on our channel to give you the costs for those particular stages that you might be at. Do look at all the previous videos. There's educational videos that will help you and to understand the stage that you might be in. If any of you do have any queries and you would like to reach out to us, the details are on the screen, and so give us an email or give us a call and we'll endeavour to answer any queries. Thank you for watching the video today, guys, and we hope to see you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.